We come to this service today to celebrate friendship and community, to be with our friends, at least virtually, to sing songs and hear stories that make us laugh and learn, to remember that we can bring love and kindness to others. Come, let us worship together.
Hi everybody, I'm Katie Heineman, and I'm here today to ask you to please join me in supporting FLOC, the Farm Laborers Organizing Committee. Back when the pandemic first started and I was reminding myself regularly how fortunate I was to have a nice warm home, good food to eat, and a dog that I love, I started thinking about how and who I could help. Well, I love to eat, which is why I'm talking to you from my kitchen. And that got me thinking about who is responsible for the good food that I'm eating. And that got me to FLOC. It's estimated that each growing season, about 150,000 farm laborers and their dependents call North Carolina home. And these laborers make about $11,000 a year for the work that they put into our fields. FLOC strives to improve the lives of their members in several ways, including improving working and living conditions for the laborers and their dependents, ensuring just compensation, and that might include health benefits or retirement programs, ensuring that the current H-2A agricultural visa program ends corruption, which currently allows labor contractors to extort, intimidate, and steal wages from the laborers. And more recently, FLOC's been trying to stop the spread of COVID in farm work camps, and then also get people who do develop COVID the medical care they need. So please, as we head into our spring growing season, join me in supporting FLOC members today so that they can continue advocating for themselves in the future. To learn more about FLOC, you can check out their website at www.floc.com, and there you can also read stories about some of the people they are working with. Thank you.
Come sing a song with me.
Come sing a song with me.
Come sing a song with me.
That
We come to this service today to celebrate friendship and community, to be with our friends, at least virtually, to sing songs and hear stories that make us laugh and learn, to remember that we can bring love and kindness to others. Come, let us worship together. Emmy and I will say the words to the chalice lighting. We hope you will say them along with us. We light this chalice to celebrate Unitarian Universalism.
This is the Church of the Open Mind. This is the Church of the Loving Heart. This is the Church of the Helping Hands.
Frog ran up the path to Toad's house. He knocked on the front door. There was no answer.
Toad, Toad, wake up. It's spring. Toad, Toad, the sun is shining. The snow is melting. Wake up.
I'm not here.
Frog walked into the house. It was all dark and all the shutters were closed.
Toad, where are you?
Go away.
Toad was in bed. He had pulled all the covers over his head. Frog pulled the covers off of Toad and pushed him out of the house. Frog pushed Toad out of the house and onto the front porch. Toad covers his eyes in the bright sunshine.
Help! I cannot see anything.
Don't be silly. What you see is the clear, warm light of March. And it means we can begin a whole new year together, Toad. Think of it. We will skip through the meadow, and we will run through the woods, and we will swim in the river. In the evening, we will sit right here on this front porch and count all the stars.
You can count them, Frog. I will be too tired. I am going back to bed.
Toad went back into the house. He got in bed and pulled the covers up again.
But Toad, you will miss all the fun.
How long have I been asleep?
You have been asleep since November.
Well, then, a little more sleep will not hurt me. Come back and wake me up at about 1/2 May. Good night, Frog.
But Toad, we'll be lonely until then.
Toad did not answer. He had fallen asleep. Frog looked at Toad's calendar. The November page was still on top. Frog tore off the November page. He tore off the December page, and the January page, the February page, and the March page. He came to the April page. Frog tore off the April page too.
Toad, wake up! It is May now.
What? Can it be May so soon?
Yes, look at your calendar.
The May page was on the very top.
Why, it is May.
Toad climbed out of bed. Then he and Frog went outside to see how the world was looking in spring. The end.
beside you.
And you will forget how much you really mean to me. Every day I will remind you.
You find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, 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 yeah. You'll always have my shoulder when you cry. I'll never let go, never say goodbye. You know you can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You can count on me 'cause I can count on you.
Okay, we're done now, aren't we?
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Oh, it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have things you need to borrow. For no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let go. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Oh, it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. Others might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to
Friendship and Commitment, a short homily for March 28th, 2021. Way back in the fall, I decided to offer something in the church auction. The winning bidder could pick the next book I would have to read. And it turned out that the winning bidder was none other than Miss Cat. And the book Miss Cat picked for me to read was the 7th book in the Harry Potter series, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Now, I may have robes, but they are minister robes, not wizard robes. As a minister, I am much more muggle than magic. I had actually never read any of the Harry Potter books, and I hadn't even seen any of the Harry Potter movies either. So I went to Miss Cat and I told her, Miss Cat, the 7th Harry Potter book contains much too much advanced magic for a muggle like me. I think I ought to start with the 1st book and work my way up to the 7th. So for the past 5 months, November, December, January, February, and now March, I've read one Harry Potter book each month. I'm about to finish up the 5th book, Order of the Phoenix. So when Miss Marion and Miss Cat told me that the topic they had picked out for this morning's worship service was friendship and commitment, I immediately thought of those Harry Potter books I'd been reading. The 3 main characters in the series are Harry Potter, Hermione, and Ron. And their friendship is at the heart of all of the action in the stories. In fact, this story is really a story about friendship, I thought. So here are a couple of lessons about friendship that I've learned so far from reading the Harry Potter series. First, friendship reminds us that we need other people. Most of the things in life that are really worth doing can't be done alone. And we especially need other people to help us become who we might become. In their friendship, Harry, Hermione, and Ron each bring different qualities and strengths. Harry is brave and determined. Hermione is smart and dedicated. And Ron is loyal and encouraging. Even when they face difficulty, they rely on each other for strength and support. They need Harry's bravery. They need Hermione's intelligence. They need Ron's encouragement. I think by being who they are, our friends help us to learn and to grow and to stretch ourselves. I invite you to think of a friend who has helped you to grow and stretch as a person. Another lesson that the friendship between Harry, Hermione, and Ron has to teach us is the importance of forgiveness and repair in our relationships. There are bound to be times in any friendship when we just aren't a very good friend to the other person, or that other person isn't a very good friend to us. The poet, David Wright, says that friendship is a mirror to presence and a testament to forgiveness. Friendship is a mirror to presence and a testament to forgiveness. What he means, I think, is that being a friend means being really present to another person, aware of how they are feeling, aware of what they need from us, and having that other person, our friend, be the same way towards us, being aware of how we're feeling and what we need. In the friendship between Harry, Hermione, and Ron, they make mistakes all the time. Every book. They say words they wish they could take back. They don't notice each other's feelings, or they just get on each other's nerves. This happens in friendships. This is normal in friendships. But I also have noticed how Harry, Hermione, and Ron have become very good at repair and forgiveness. They say things like, "I'm sorry I said that thing that hurt your feelings. I didn't realize how what I did made you feel bad. I wasn't there for you when you needed me." They apologize. They accept each other's apologies, and they enter back into their relationship. They mutually choose being together. They choose to remain friends. Now, you may never have to battle a troll who's escaped from the dungeon, or concoct a polyjuice potion, or foil the dastardly deeds of Lord Voldemort. Your friendship, though, may have other adventures, other problems, and other challenges. Friendship will ask you to stretch and challenge you to grow in other ways. And in that way, friendship will be its own reward. I invite you to think of your friends, how your friendship has asked you to stretch, has challenged you to grow, and the gifts that friendship has given you. Amen. Each week, we hold in our service a time for sharing the joys and the sorrows that we bring with us to this church community. This past week, a couple members of our church reached out to me, asking me to place stones for their joys and their sorrows. The first stone that we asked to be placed is a stone of joy for Lisa Ebner. Lisa writes that she has many joys. One joy is that the tumor that she had removed on Monday in surgery turned out to be benign. Another joy is that her daughter stayed with her for 4 days during her recovery. Another joy, she writes, is the wonderful support from friends, and a joy that she has a new respect for straws since she's on a liquid diet for a little while longer. Other than that, Lisa says that surgery is not for the faint of heart. Indeed. Lisa, we are grateful for your successful surgery and recovery. Dave Klivenow asked me to place a stone as well for a joy. Dave writes, "I have a joy for this week. My hometown of Evanston, Illinois became the first city in the nation to officially offer reparations to the descendants of enslaved people. We are so grateful for this important progress." And Cam Blass, a member of our church, asked me to place a stone for a sorrow and a concern. Cam and her husband Jeff have welcomed Cam's brother Steve to come stay with them. Steve has brain cancer and is in hospice in their home. It is sad and challenging. We also hold Steve's niece, Bronwyn, a member of our church, in our hearts, as well as all of the generations of the Blass family. Hold them in their hearts during this difficult time. And as we do each week, we place one final stone for all the joys and sorrows that weren't spoken, that we hold in our hearts. Holding the joys and the sorrows of our hearts, of our community, of our world for a time. We think of these and we respond with support, compassion, with care, with determination, with courage, and with love. Amen. And blessed be.
one is searching for the meaning which binds our hearts and points us on our way. As one we pledge ourselves to greater service, with love and justice strive to make us free.
Won't you join with me in saying the words by which we extinguish the chalice? We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. I invite you to join with me in singing Shalom.
Shalom, my friends, shalom,